Test.
Morning, evening, everybody. Welcome
Wrong button.
to the Ignition Racing Network. My name is Christopher Maxwell, and I am here to welcome you all to our first broadcast of the evening. Want to say thank you, everybody, for joining our broadcast tonight, and I hope you enjoy our broadcast that we put on for you. We are ready to get ripping here at the Talladega Super Speedway. Sorry about that. I had to take a second to mute the audio, but as we get ready to go 94 laps around this magnificent track, I want to say welcome in. Talladega Super Speedway in the heartland of Talladega, Alabama. We're getting ready to go racing. So as drivers get things going, we will prepare to get underway with 14 with them doing practice right now. Time is just waiting to get ready to get racing. So, with that said, let's take a look at details of the track tonight. So looking at the details of the track tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're here at Talladega Super Speedway, 2.66 mile track, about 540 feet of elevation, pit limit on pit road, 55 miles per hour. Air temps about 74 miles per hour, 74 degrees Fahrenheit here, 117 degrees Fahrenheit track temp, and little to no wind. This is going to be a fixed setup race with 4 additional sets of tires and 0 fast repairs. So, we will get ready to get going here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I want to be the first to welcome you all to the Inspired Racing League as well as Ignition Racing Network. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look at our drivers here tonight to see what's going on the track as our drivers continue racing here, get all the time and lap practice in that they can. Let's take it to the track to see what's going on. Go ahead and and see what's going on here. Looking at Mike Hauser in the 43 car, doing some low track driving by himself. See if he can find a draft pack. So we'll have to wait and see. Looking here, got a good draft pack here as they continue to get their practice laps underway with only 4 minutes till practice. Oh, wow. They get tangled up together as the draft pack continues, unfortunately. As we continue here tonight, folks, just looking at more of the action on track, want to take this time to inform you all that we are doing a dummy guessing game again. The winner of the giveaway that guesses who places correctly in let's see what place is decided. P11. If you can guess who finishes in P11, and we will stop taking guesses at lap 47. If you figure out who places P11 at the end of the night's race, you win a pack of dummy energy. So be ready to figure that out as we see action going on the racetrack, and we continue here. So, who is going to take the win tonight as they all practice going down pit road? Good practicing here tonight. P11 will be the winner. Whoever guesses correctly on P11 will be the winner of the giveaway. Currently 35 drivers registered for this race. So we got quite a few drivers registered here, folks, getting ready to start tonight's race. As the time ticks down, We will be going to qualifying here in 2 minutes. Want to thank everybody for coming into tonight's broadcast and being a part of the Inspired Racing League. So as we watch laps continue here on the track, we will get set to go here. I just realized there's no audio for the cars on track, so let's go ahead and fix that. There you go. You can hear the audio all nice and sound here tonight, folks, as we get ready to go. If you're normally I would be here with my co-broadcaster Greg Fielson, but unfortunately, time as of now, Greg unfortunately not doing broadcasting right now per his decision, and I am solo, so I will be taking over the Inspired Racing League's broadcast. Hopefully Greg gets to the point that he is able to do the broadcast again and join me back in the booth, but until then I will be solo, and we will be here every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night live for the Inspired Racing League. So, Talladega, what can I say about this track? We're waiting to see when the big one will happen. It is never an if situation. It is always a win. With these many drivers, as good as they are, there will be chaos, I'm sure, unfolding. I hope we don't see it till the end of the race. You're going to see 3, maybe 4 wide racing here on this 2.6 mile speedway. So we will see what happens here tonight, folks, as qualifying has begun, ladies and gentlemen. So it is time for your qualifying drivers to go on the track. 35 positions up for grabs. Who will get the pole and who will start tailback? We will see here shortly. This is Talladega Super Speedway with the Inspired Racing League. As we get ready to go here, folks, multiple drivers getting on the track here throughout the night. Jumping our cameras here throughout to see who's all on track. So we will see what happens. Gonna be a very interesting night, guys, as we see Ty Mosley at the 29. If you were watching the broadcast on Wednesday, Ty Mosley was leading a lot of the race at Chicagoland in the Truck Series. Unfortunately, coming up short, and the winner ending up being the driver of the face truck, as I like to call it. We call it the face truck. That's the best way I could put it. It was definitely a truck, to say the least. Your winner of that one was the... Let me pull it up here. Dear Lord, I thought I had it already. Thank you. Hold on. I thought I had this up already. Why am I not finding it? Hold on, guys. Excuse me. Let me find it here, as my notes have disappeared. That's lovely. You make notes and they disappear on you, so it's always lovely. But we're gonna find our notes here. Hold on one moment. One moment, folks. We're gonna find our notes here. But while we're here, tell me, what is everybody's thoughts on tonight's event? Again, we have 35 drivers registered for tonight's race. So, your current pole sitter, we'll go ahead and pull up that timing tower. Your current pole sitter... Oh, hold on, let me update this. Your current pole sitter is the number 20 car of... Hold on. Sorry, it's been a long day, guys. So, as we get here, Miguel Cara in the 20 car currently, your pole sitter. So we will see what, if anybody can beat up on them as they continue here. Let's go ahead and see. It does not looks like Rob is qualifying right now. Rob Wilho rocking our driver cam tonight. So let's see how he does qualifying tonight. Rob Wilho in the number 15 car. Let's see how he can do. Watching him go down the straightaway here. Rob putting down his first lap here shortly as he goes down into turn 2, down the back straightaway now. We'll go ahead and watch him and see what happens. Rob Wilhoit in the 15 car going down the back straightaway into turn 3 and 4. See what lap time he can put down here tonight for this race. As we continue here, I want to thank you all for watching the Inspired Racing League Inspired Cup Series. As we now have a time, I think. No, we didn't get a time for Rob. Interesting. Rob not looking like he's putting down a time. So he is P32 on the boards right now, unfortunately. Oh, he did put down a time. I'm sorry. He did. A 52.56 is what he put. So, your current pole sitter, the number 92 of Jess Story, early in that top spot. Rob Wilhoit, Scooby-Doo. He's got Scooby-Doo on his car. So, we will see what happened there as he is done qualifying. Go ahead and take that driver cam away there for a second. As your drivers are starting to grid up, let's take you trackside and get ready to read today's starting lineup. Starting in that P1 position, that's going to be the number 92 of Jeff Story. Starting on the outside P2, that's going to be the 77 of Thomas Hernandez. Starting P3, number 45 of Trent Jones. P4 and the number 19, that's going to be Luis Descartes. I am sorry, I'm butchering that name. I know I am. We got P5, number 20 of Miguel. P number 6, the number 29 of Ty Mosley. P7, the number 12 of Ty Stone. P number 8, the number 40 of Jason Williams. P number 98 of Stephen Hennig Jr. P10 in the number 01, that's going to be Jim Bob. Starting P11 in the number 10, that's going to be Daniel Lehman. Starting at P12 in the number 61, that's going to be Sean Hamilton. Starting P13 in the number 14 car, that's going to be Matt Sidars. Starting P14 in the number 46, that's going to be Ben Carnart. Oh, okay, I can't pronounce these. I was going to say their first names, I think. Got P50 in the number 26, that's going to be Maxwell Tigner. Starting P16, that's going to be the number 9 of Cade Steel Cannon. P17, that's going to be the 63 of Carter Schwab. P18, going to be the 47 of Apostle Paul Chavez. P number 19, that's going to be the number 3 car of Peyton Boyle. P20, that's going to be the 52 of Bobby Hadaway. Starting P21 in that number 17 car, that's going to be Josh Hernandez. Henderson. Sorry, Josh Henderson. P22, the number 13 of Travis Farmer. P23, that's going to be the 88 of James McConnell. P24, that's going to be Ethan Skarok. Ethan, I believe, Sikorsky, I believe is how you say it. P94, and the number 94. P24, that's going to be P25, that's going to be Jeff Peppers. In the 21, P26, the number 27, Ryan Henderletter. P27, the Chris Leota. In 69, P28, that's going to be the number 16, Elijah Fisher. P43, P29 is the number 43, that's Mike Hauser. P30, that's going to be Joe White. Moving to our next row here, folks. Got P31, Justin Greenlee in the 70. Ben, we got Ben, Ben Carter in the number 46. And Dave McConnell in the number 88. 34, Ryan Hiddletter in the 23. P35, that's going to be a 48, Bobby Holyman. And P36, right out the field, number 27 of Aaron Stanton. I know I butchered those names. I'll get them better.
Light you back on the pace car. We're not going
We will get ready to go green here. So I feel bad for butchering these names. I'm sorry about that. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. As we look here on your field, we go ahead and go look at your pole sitter. Your pole sitter, the number 92. That being that 92 of Jess Story, showing us the way here. So as we get ready to go racing here, it is all up front action right now as the pace car shows the way here. Looks like 5 drivers of the starting 36 did not make the start of the green flag, currently waiting in the pits, so they will be let go at the drop of the green flag. So those 5 drivers will have to wait, but 31 drivers made it on the track and on the grid. So as we get ready to go racing here, let's be sure to say thank you to everybody that is tuning into the broadcast. Thank you to all of our drivers for participating as we get ready to go racing here. As you see, pace car showing the way here, getting ready to go green flag racing here. That is not the green flag, as much as you may think it is. It is not the green flag. So as we get ready to go racing here, folks, it is go time. Gonna go ahead and look here. Your pace car still on the field, going the way here with the lights off finally. It's time to go racing. Getting ready to go the distance. 94 laps. The expected distance here as we get ready to go racing. I hope you're all ready. Hope your seat belts are buckled and ready and your popcorn's heated up as we're about to go green flag racing with the Inspired Cup Series. So, getting ready here, folks, for everything, and hoping it does not start with a cluster. It was a big talk in the driver meeting. Stay patient, stay calm. So let's see what happens here as we get ready to go green flag racing here, folks. Pace car going in out of 4, making the hard left turn down pit road here. The start is now in the command of Jess Story. They do not start where they normally start. They're going to start in the tri-oval. Coming all the way down here. Come into the restart zone. Side by side, bunched up, ready to go racing here, folks. Green flag in the air. We're underway here at Talladega to see who's going to win it all. As you see, good formation here, folks. In your front pack, multiple drivers, nose to tail, here at Talladega. As you see, that outside line starting to get bumper to bumper and start to develop, but that inside line being put the 45 of Trent Jones pushing Jess Story in the 92. We'll have to see what happens. Trent Jones, your last week's winner. Your Wednesday winner of the Truck Series. I finally got the notes pulled up. So Trent Jones seeing if he can go 2, if he can win 2 winning Truck Series last week, win one this week in the Cup Series. We'll have to see. As you see, Trent Jones jumping to the outside line, getting a little loose. As they go side by side, Trent Jones to the lead now in that number 45 Toyota Camry. Trent Jones showing the way here, but with the 77 Ford Mustang hot on his tail. 77 Ford Mustang being driven by Thomas Hernandez. We'll have to see what happens. As you got a driver out of line below the double yellow line, they'll have to fall back and find a spot to get in. As you see, good racing going on here, folks. As that outside line able to develop better and better. Now the 77 of Hernandez jumping to the bottom in front of Jess Story, and now gonna take the lead. Jess Story, that's gonna be the 77 of Thomas Hernandez taking the lead lap there. So Trent Jones on the outside trying to make that outside line work. As you see a little farther back, looks like we have a third lane possibly developing. Yes, we do. One car in the third lane up there. So we'll keep an eye on them tonight. As you see some more cars possibly jumping out of line here to go into that third line. We'll have to wait and see. As, oh no, cars flipping. That's Trent Jones going up and over. Wow, wow, wow. Trent Jones, was in the lead and up and over and over. Let's take you back and look and see what happened there. Wow, that happened so quick. Trent Jones in the number 45, up and over, back on his wheels. Let's take a look at what happened here. So as you see, Trent Jones in the 45 machine with those beautiful faces on his car. See if we can get a good camera angle here. Trent Jones in the middle lane there. Oh, just got loose under him. Got loose and goes into, that is the 19 car. The 19 car being driven by Louis Desarte. And as you see, just gets loose from under him, goes up in the wall, up and over. Luckily, driver's able to avoid that, but unfortunately, Trent Jones, and looks like Trent Jones really got most of the damage there. Wow, what a ride. So Trent Jones, we'll see if he's able to continue currently in the pits here. So we'll have to keep an eye out, see if he's able to continue here. He did limp it the rest of the way to pit road. So with that said, we'll have to wait and see. Your leader here with 3 laps completed, Thomas Hernandez in the 77 car, showing the way here, folks. So we will see what happens and what is to come out of this. As you see, they are all single file. Nobody should be pitting, but nope, doesn't look like anybody's going to go down pit road. Oh. There is 2 takers so far, 3. We'll go ahead and take a look back here. Well, I think a couple. Got a lot of people in the back of the pack going down pit road here, as you see. So see what happens there. As you see, multiple cars going down pit road, but it's still Thomas Hernandez up front. You know, that's what I always love about Talladega is always excitement. You never know what's going to happen. So, as they continue to go through pit lane and get cycled, on sale at Lowe's for a limited time, we have traps in assorted colors. Brown, green, black, and blue. The 45 needs one after that. Yeah, probably. So we will wait to see what happens here. So as we continue here, folks, it is only the beginning of what is 94 laps here at the Talladega Super Speedway. So don't look now. We still got lots of racing action to go. Yeah, was that supposed to be tarps or traps? I just read it as I seen it, but I think he meant tarps. I want to say he meant tarps anyway. So yeah, he meant tarps. Okay, good. As we come down the straightaway here, I believe it's going to be one to go this time by your current leader, the number 77 of Thomas Hernandez out front. As you see the pace car going to the center, time to go double file here. Get ready for the next restart. Let me know, folks, if you're enjoying the broadcast. This broadcast is provided by Ignition Racing Network. So if you are interested in seeing what we have to offer, Ignition Racing Network is starting up, and we will be providing broadcast coverage as much as possible. So if you're interested, be sure to check us out. So as we get ready to go green flag racing here, folks, it is all Thomas Hernandez out front. Thomas Hernandez in that number 77 machine, getting ready to go racing. So you got Hernandez on the inside, Story on the outside. We'll be going green with 7 laps completed. 6 laps completed, apologies, gosh. So 6 laps into the thing. Still tons of laps to go here. Getting ready to go back green flag racing here. To see what happens. Pace car making the hard left turn down pit road. The start is in Thomas Hernandez's command. Coming across the restart zone, green flag in the air. We're back underway. Oscar Hernandez with a huge lead. Oscar Hernandez getting a good lead, but slowing down, waiting for the pack to catch back up to him. It's now the Austin Hernandez in the 20 car of Miguel, bumper to bumper. As you see that outside line starting to slowly develop, Jess Story jumping to the inside line, and here they go, almost contact. Wow. Hernandez going the way. You got the 29. That's Ty Mosley starting that third line. They're splitting the lines. So Oscar Hernandez, a victim of circumstances, falling back, hoping he can fall in one of those lines. It's now going to be Miguel Carrera up front in the number 20. So we'll go ahead and keep an eye on Miguel here. As you see, they start to get a little loose up front, but they still stay green. And as you see, there's some linkage there, causing the 21 to check up a little bit. This is good racing here. 2 lines of racing, one on the bottom, one on the top. Who's got the better line and who's got the better pushes? As Ty Mosley in the number 29, getting a big push on the outside, sending that outside line to the front of the field. Ty Mosley in that number 29 car, doing what he can to be out front, being pushed by the number 98 of Stephen Henning. Stephen Henning trying to get it back up there as currently Miguel Guerra up front in the 20. Ty Mosley try to see what he can do to get back up front as we take a minute away from your lead battle. Let's go ahead and look through the field a little bit. Here you see side-by-side racing all the way back. As you see here, all the way back to 26 here and beyond. Elijah Fisher leading the first pack that has broken off in the 16 car. That is the 16 of Elijah Fisher, Travis Farmer, Rob Wilhoit, and Ty Stone in this broken off pack. But everybody from 27s and up is all together still. So we'll keep an eye on that broken up pack as Miguel Guerra up front here. Miguel showing the way here and doing great work with what he's got. Keeping his line maintained, keeping his line single file, and leading the way he needs to. As you see, that high line starting to move down one. So we'll have to take a look and see what happens. The 40 car, that is the 40 car of Jason Williams jumping to the middle line. See if he can collect the draft and move throughout the pack. As you see the 17 car blinking a little bit, we'll have to keep an eye on that. As you see, Bobby Holliman. Oh wow, they're getting squirrely back here. Let's keep an eye on them. Let's keep an eye on them as they're 3 wide here, folks. See if they maintain pace and keep it straight. This is where it gets interesting, folks. 3 wide racing, especially with a racer that's blinking right now. That's definitely got to keep you on your toes. As a driver, make sure nothing fishy happens. Looking at the 26 car right here. 3 wide racing. You get it. So as we move up the field, as you see most of these drivers single file right now on the inside line. Not really anybody willing to jump up to that high line. We got some takers right now, but they got to work their way to connect to each other. So as you see here, folks, finally, they have connected. The 69 of Chris Leota in that 69 car leading the high line. See if they can get up a ways, but waiting. Ty Mosley in the 29 fell back a little bit, was up in the front now, sitting in 9th, jumping to the high side in front of Chris Leota, and Joe is the car in front of that Bobby Hadaway. They're all jumping to the high line to start developing a line, work their way to the front. Here, folks, this is good race. Now they're jumping low. So we will see what happens. The cutoff for P11 is lap 47. So get your votes in, folks. Who do you think will be taking home the win here tonight? And who do you think will be taking home P11? Guess the correct winner. Guess the correct driver that finishes P11 at the end of the race, and you will win a pack of W Energy. So keep it going. Oh, that is the 52 that got in the wall there. So we will keep an eye on this. As you see, they are all spread out up here. Trying to make it work. As you see, is Ty Mosley leading the high charge again. The charge on the high side, so we'll have to see what happens with him. As still Miguel in the number 20 car, showing the way here. Here's lap traffic. They all have to avoid lap traffic. Lap traffic is supposed to stay down on the apron, but they do have to merge. Let's make sure they merge correctly. That's the 19 car trying to merge in. He gets merged and makes it through. So he is good. The 19 car made it onto the track. So as we continue here, folks, on lap 14 of 94, 90 laps to go. Caution is out. Caution is out. I'm not sure what happened here. Looks like Travis Farmer had an incident. Let's take a look back here, folks. I am not being told what happened. Let's rewind it here, see what happened to Travis Farmer. Travis Farmer looks like he's got some heavy damage. Oh wow. Oh wow. An incident back here with this broken up pack. Let's see what happened here. As you see, Ty Stone in the number 12 leading the pack here. Elijah Fisher behind him. Oh no, I think Elijah Fisher gave a push that went wrong. He did. Elijah Fisher gave it a push that went wrong. And the 12 goes around. 15 has nowhere to go. Collects the 13. So, unfortunately, 3 drivers involved in that one. And I'll bring out our second caution of the day here on lap number 14. So, have to wait and see what happens. I'm gonna let this caution sit here for a second since we don't have any partners to shout out at the moment. I'm gonna let this caution sit here just so I can give my voice a break so we can go when we go back to green flag action. I'm ready. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're gonna stay right here. We're gonna let you hear the sounds of the cars, and we're gonna let you hear some music. We'll be right back, folks. As we are now back here live with the Inspired Racing League Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Ty Mosley in that top spot, showing the way here to go back green flag racing on lap number 16. Hey folks, I want to say, before we get back going green, I want to say thank you so much for tuning into tonight's broadcast. It means a lot. There was a lot that went into setting up tonight's broadcast. There's a lot that's happened behind the scenes that wasn't expected. You know, it means a lot that you're all tuning in and you're engaging and liking the production I'm providing. It really wasn't expected, but we roll with the punches. We keep going. So I hope I can continue to provide a great broadcast for you guys and give you something you can enjoy as we get ready to go back green flag racing here. Enough of the jibber jabber. It's time to go back green flag racing. It is Ty Mosley in command of this thing to start. So getting ready to go green flag racing here. Coming to the restart zone. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Nice and smooth, side by side. Green flag in the air. We're back underway here at the Talladega Superspeedway on lap number 17. As you see the driver of the number 92 jumping to the high line early on this one, picking up the 20 of Miguel to take him into exit 1 and 2. And here comes the 92 car, Jess Story, with the 20 car behind him. They're jumping to the center line early on this one. Setting it out front here, folks. As you see, Jess Story, your new leader in the 92 car, the 20 car of Miguel, the 3 of Peyton Boyle, the 40 of Jason Williams. Bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper, leading this one here on lap number 18 here. Wow, that came out of nowhere, folks. That's what happens here. A big start on the number 19 cost him, and the people behind him were able to get a run and get around him. That's one thing about Talladega, folks. You don't want to have too big of a start. You want to kind of wait a little bit for the draft to catch up to you. That's the benefits and the downside of being the leader. You control the start, but you also have to decide when to go and when everybody else can go. So the 29 of Ty Mosley, unfortunately victim of circumstances there, going too early, and unfortunately falling back now in the 10th place position here. As we continue here, let's take a look at what's going on the track here. Look at Chris Leota, and caution is out. Drivers involved. Wow. Let's see what happened back here. Multiple drivers involved, it seems like. Let's see what happened. As you see the 70 car, let's look at him. Oh, it happened way up here. Let's look back here, folks. Oh, wow. That is the 01 car I want to take a look at. That's the 01 of Jim Bob. Let's take a look at Jim Bob here and see what happened. Oh, no. Maybe just a little too early there. Let's take a look again. As you see Jim Bob here in the number 01 car. And, oh, just gets into the fence. And, oh, wow, carnage all behind him. Drivers try to avoid and everything. Let's see if we can get a better angle on that. Let's go to our blimp cam and see what we can see. But as you see here, folks, carnage is the word that occurred. We'll go ahead and slow that down for you. As you see the 61 car getting a run on the 01, tags him in the right side rear bumper, and unfortunately unsettles the car, gets into the wall, comes back down, and unfortunately makes contact, and everybody else dodging and weaving. You see the 17 car, you see the 01, you see multiple cars, you see see there, just trying to avoid the chaos and make it clear. You see the number 16 slowing down and slowing up. You see some drivers going through the grass. Wow. Unfortunate there to start this restart here, as we are under caution for the third time here tonight. Multiple drivers involved in wrecks and accidents. We'll have to see what happens here and if they can get fixed up here tonight. So you just have to wonder if that could have been avoided or not. As we seen, you know, the car just got unsettled with a bad push, and the rest kind of wrote itself. So, as we continue here, folks, we want to thank everybody as we see here. Sorry, I'm responding to somebody. As we see here, folks, Jess Story out front, your pole sitter, been out front most of the nights. We wonder what's gonna happen next. Third caution of the night here at the Talladega Super Speedway, coming out on lap number 19 here. So we are still not even halfway. So we will see what happens. Hey, don't go anywhere, folks. We're gonna go ahead and sit right here, listen to music while we unless these guys are about to go green flag. Actually, I think they are. So we're gonna stay right here. So getting ready to go back green flag racing here, I think. As you see Jess Story in the black number 92. We'll see what happens here. So it is time here, folks, to go back green flag racing. 1 to go signal given by the flagman. Jess Story choosing his line of choice. He's jumping to the outside this time. Jess Story going to be outside line here. Now, Jess Story does not want to do what Ty Mosley unfortunately did, which was get a big lead on the cars in front and be passed. So he'll try to conserve his restart so he can maintain it. As we get ready to go green flag racing, I want to give a big shout out to number 48. That's Bobby Holloman. Bobby Holloman up 24 spots from the start of this race. So congratulations to him. Big mover in this one. So love to see it. Second biggest mover is Chris Leota in the number 69 car, up 22 positions for this race. So we love to see those big movers. Always want to give them a shout out and recognize them. As we get ready to go by green flag racing on lap number 23. It's Jess Story up front with Miguel Carrera on the bottom. Don't forget, folks, get your votes in. Get your votes in now. Who will finish this race in P11? Votes will stop at lap 47. So get your votes in. Who will finish P11? The winner, the person that guesses correctly, will win a free pack of W Energy. So get ready for that. So yes, agreed there. That is one thing you don't want to do, and let's hope we don't see it again. As they come to the green flag in the air, we're back underway here at the Talladega Superspeedway on lap number 23. As you see, Jess Story jumping to the bottom early. The 40 of Jason Williams stay on the high side. See how it works out for him. As a 3 of Peyton Boyle giving a huge push to the 20 car of Miguel Carrera. As you see there, bumpers locked and loaded, going all the way to the bumper. So we will see what happens here, folks, as they continue. Good racing out front here as Jess Story fending off against Miguel Carrera to see if Jess Story can lead this thing. There's still a lot of time left in this race, but anything can happen here. As we continue here, folks. Good racing out front for your lead position. If we look back here, the 2 wide racing for 4th here. That is Cade Steel Cannon and Chris Leota. No, Chris Steel Cannon, Jason Williams, and then we have Bobby Holloman and Chris Leota battling behind them. So we'll see what happens here. Bobby Holloman still being impressive with his run tonight. We'll have to see what happens here. As we continue here, folks, good, clean racing going on. As laps dwindle down, you have to wonder what it starts going through the drivers' heads. And you also have to wonder, Talladega, 94 laps at Talladega, that's a lot of miles, that's a lot of fuel consumption. So you also have to take that into account. Tires, not the big issue here. It's more about your fuel consumption here than anything, folks. So how hard or how little do you push that race car? Do you conserve? Do you not? That's the questions these drivers have to ask themselves while racing. As we see here, good racing going on out front for this race. Side by side racing from the front to the middle is getting good, folks. As you see, oh no, there's wreck. Carnage behind the leaders. Wow. Let's take a look at what happened here. Wow, carnage behind the leaders. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Oh no, we're getting right into it. That's the 21 of Jeff Peppers. Just goes down the racetrack some reason. Not sure what happened there. We see, if we look at his car, looks like his wheel just makes a hard left. It does. His wheel making a hard left into the 9 car. It just continues to lock left into the wall. And wow. Jeff Peppers, unfortunately, making a hard left. And unfortunately collecting some victims. Not sure if that was the same situation as what we see here Wednesday with Elijah Fisher. Wednesday, Elijah Fisher confirmed that his wheel disconnected. So we'll have to wait and see what happened there. But unfortunately, Jeff Peppers headed to pit road, and we'll have to wait and see if we hear back. So we will have to wait and see what happens here, folks. As they get ready to get service, possibly, it is very, time will tell with everything. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the broadcast tonight and supporting the broadcast. Thank you for being on the Inspired Racing League YouTube. Don't miss any of the action here, folks. We'll be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday doing what we can do to provide great coverage. So as we continue here, folks, nice and smooth on the pace. I wish I had advertisements or something I could say, but unfortunately, in a time like this, there wasn't really much time for me to get stuff together for that. So unfortunately, you're just gonna have to listen to my voice. I'm sorry about that. I know that's not too entertaining, but we will wait and see. Yeah, I bet Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Sorry. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. It's been a long day. My apologies. Friday is my actual day off. So apologies about that. So as we continue here, looking at Jeff's story, your leader now, Jason. Yep, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. You can catch everything live here on the Inspired Racing League YouTube channel and live over at the Ignition Racing Network on Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. We love to have you. So we will wait and see what is going to happen next. So as they continue here, pacing the field, we will wait and see. And like I said, I wish circumstances didn't result in what they resulted in, that I have to do a solo broadcast here tonight. It was not my plan, and I wish I could change it for the better, but unfortunately, things happened, and the cards we were dealt were dealt, and I didn't want to leave you guys without a broadcaster. So I felt like the best I could do is offer my voice alone. Hopefully we can work something out, so maybe there's another person in the booth with me, add an extra voice, just so there's a little more entertainment and a little bit more uniqueness going on in the booth instead of just my standard voice. And maybe, hopefully, I don't know, get Greg back in the booth. Greg dealing with some personal matters, and unfortunately just told me he's not going to be able to broadcast at the moment. So, kind of give me this last minute. So we're going to go with it and keep going here. So, really hope Greg is doing all right. Really hope everybody's doing all right. And we'll see where it goes from there. As we get ready to go back racing here, it is Jason Williams out front. Jason Williams in that number 40 car, going the way here in the Andy Frozen's custard machine. That's pretty cool to see. So we'll have to wait and see. I want to say thank you so much for tuning into the broadcast, though, guys. It means a lot. As we get ready to go back green flag racing on lap number 31. Lap number 31 will officially be the green flag. With that, We're getting close to 60 laps completed, 30 laps completed officially now. 60, oh, a little over 60 laps to go. So as they come to the green flag here, folks, it's time to see what happens next. Coming to the restart zone. Green flag being displayed here, waving along. Green flag in the air. We're back underway with Jason Williams out front in that number 40 car. Jason Williams getting a good launch, but Jason Williams getting a good launch. That highlight developing a lot quicker than expected. There's not a lot of help out back for Jason. See how long it takes for help to get to him. Can Jess Story clear Jason? It looks like Jess Story will be able to clear Jason along with Miguel. So both those drivers able to clear him. Drivers jump to the high line now, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. As you see, more drivers jumping to the high line instead of the low line. So we'll keep an eye on that. Looking at your leader, Jess Story here, going the way. Take a look here. Jess Story leads the way here. As you see these drivers running hard, these race cars hard, 194, 96, almost 197 miles per hour through the straights, going into the corner. Looks like Jason Williams gotten some help finally, so we'll have to see how that plays out. As you see, the 20 of Miguel Carrera pushing Josh Story down the racetrack to see what could happen. As Jason Williams now getting some help, and he's coming to contend for the lead. Got a little side drafting going on. Side drafted action by Jason Williams. See if he can get the draft off of the side of the 92 of Jess Story's car. So we'll have to see what happens here. You got a good battle up front here with only 60 laps of racing to go here tonight. Remember, folks, get those votes in. Get those votes in. Who do you think will finish in the 11th place position tonight and take home our Dubby Energy Pack? If you guess right, you'll take it home. So be sure to get your guesses in. Be sure to let us know in chat who you think is going to take home P11. As you see, Jess Story still out front with the 20 of Miguel Carrera pushing him. Jason Williams trying to see what he can do on the bottom with the bottom line, but they are just not all stacked up like that top line is. But Jason Williams side drafting a little bit, going to the bottom. Now he has a run on the bottom. See if they can get out front. It does not look like as that pack starts to break up a little bit. So we'll have to wait and see what happens here, folks. As these drivers are putting it all on the racetrack here, trying to see what they can do, as Jess Story and the highlights starting to get some distance on the low line. Expand that lead. We'll see if the low line has anything for them. That be led by Jason Williams. Now, don't look down. The 52, that's Bobby Hadaway jumping to the bottom to lead the bottom line now. See if he can help to get a run on with the low line and take the lead away from Jess Story. As you see, good racing here. Go ahead, go back here to Bobby Hadaway sitting in the 5th place position here, leading that low line. Just have to wonder how far How far will they fall back? As you see that low line just not really getting anywhere, really. Just falling back slowly but surely. Currently battling for 5th right now. So we'll keep an eye on that. 10 laps to go until the votes close for who you think will get finished P11. You guessed correctly. You're going home with a free pack of W Energy. So be sure to get your votes in, folks. We'd love to hear your guesses and predictions as we continue here. It is good racing here. Folks, let's go ahead and take a look at your leader, Jess Story, out front, fending off from Miguel Carrera. Miguel not jumping down the low line, neither is any of the first 5. They're all staying in line with Jess there. Don't really see a benefit to jumping down the bottom, but we'll have to wait and see. Teresa's saying Jim Bob for her guess, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. As we see, it looks like the 17's blinking a little bit. As Harvick mentioned, 17 blinking. He's been blinking kind of all night, so we'll kind of keep an eye on him, but definitely not ideal situation for him or the other drivers on the track. As we see, Hadaway working up to 3rd, side by side with Peyton Boyle now. So keep an eye out on that. Emma also going for Jim Bob. So we got 2 Jim Bob votes here. Have to wait and see. So we will wait to see what happened here, folks. As they continue down, exiting turn 4 and down the front straightaway, Jess Story still out front of this thing on lap number 39. So we will wait and see what happens here, folks. As you see, apologies, folks. As you see, Hadaway back here, currently sitting P6 back here, trying to work his way up, but that low line just not enough connection. Oh wow, contact. Hadaway made contact with the Ted car. Ted car split up into the Ted car. Ted car slid up into the 3rd lane. So we'll have to see what happens as they're 3 wide back here, folks. Have to wonder what's gonna happen here as they start to get interesting, coming close to the halfway point. As you see here, folks, good racing all around the track. That low line starting to shift around. Currently being led by the 61 of Sean Hamilton in the 61. Currently seeing what he can do. Oh no, the 17 around, but going down the block, it goes around. Wow. We've seen that live time, folks. Let's go ahead and take a look back at that. That was Josh Henderson in the 17 car that occurred to. Let's see what happened there. So looking back at this, Josh Henderson in the 17 car goes down and just, I don't know if he thought he was clear and wasn't, or what happened. It goes down into Hadaway, spins around. Elijah Fisher makes contact. The 42 makes contact. And unfortunately, there he sits. So he gets back rolling again, but that is going to bring out our 5th caution of the night. Jess Story still out front here as these drivers make the long trip around the track. Looks like they're going to be going to pit lane, get serviced. So we will wait and see what happens here, folks. While they're going through the pits, we'll be right back. Gonna turn off the music and give my voice a break. We'll be right back after these pit stops. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the break. Need to give my voice a rest. As we get ready to go back, green flag racing. Ty Mosley in the 29 car gonna lead the way here to green. So, little update for you on what happened earlier on the 4th caution of the night with Jeffrey Peppers. Unfortunately, the circuit breaker in his hotel room tripped and took his monitor out. Unfortunately, ultimately taking his racing wheel out. So unfortunate end for his night there. Hopefully everything is all right, and hopefully we can see him back here come Wednesday. So as we continue here, folks, we are ready to get back going with racing action here. Here with the Inspired Cup Series and the Inspired Racing League. Yeah, Mosley on the outside, Stone on the inside. The battle of the ties. we will see what happens here as Ty Mosley sets the pace coming to the green flag. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, they're checking up behind them, and green flag in their way. We're back underway here, and Chris Leota and Ty Mosley out front early on this one, getting a good launch, but is it too much for them? As we see, there was a brake checking situation in the back of the pack, caused a 17 car to go down the track below the double yellow line. When we took the green flag, we'll have to keep an eye on that incident. But here we go, Ty Mosley being pushed by Chris Leota out front. The 29, the 69, bumper to bumper here. There's only 2 laps to go to get your votes in, folks. Who is going to take P11 at the end of this one? As you see, Ty Mosley falling back here. Chris Leota jumping to the pits. Chris Leota possibly having to serve a penalty for some reason, possibly jump at the start, but he did jump to the pits. As you see here, is all. They're starting to fan out 3 wide for your second, for your lead position here, folks, with Jess Story up front. Oh no, Jess Story goes around, and there it is, the big one. Multiple cars involved. Wow, wow, wow. As you see, multiple cars involved in this one, folks. Wow. But we'll go ahead and view that. Wow. That happened quick. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what happened here. So here you have Jess Story. Oh wow, it looks like he just gets a bad push actually. Let's take a look here again. So Jess Story being pushed by the 7 car. 7 car being driven by Jackson Hadaway here. Looks like Jackson Hadaway pushing Jess Story down that center lane. And unfortunately gets to that left rear and just gets a bad push. And they all go around. Wow. The 12 was airborne. We see everybody around. Chaos ensued on the racetrack. Wow. Let's rewind to see if we can get a different car angle here. Or go to the blimp cam, actually. Let's go to the blimp cam and take a look at this. As you see here, just a push gone bad into the left reared. And he goes around here. Goes around. Comes down into the 88, 98, into the 3. The 52, the 92 goes back up the track, collects some more cars. The 3 collects some cars, and as you see, it's just scattering. Everybody's just scattering around, trying to avoid. And yeah, that's what happens here at Talladega. So, after all that, Joe White up front here, now going down pit road. It is officially, Theresa, it is officially lap 47 once Elijah Fisher crosses the stripes here. So, officially, lap 47, votes are closed, I believe. And that is all she wrote. Now is the wait time to see who finishes P11 here tonight. So as you see, Elijah Fisher up there in the 16 car, working his way up the track. Yes, Elijah Fisher involved in an early accident, early wreck, in the early parts of the race, working his way back up, getting fixed up, and now up front here. So we'll have to see what happens. As all these drivers get their repairs and get stuff figured out, we will see what happens here as currently on lap number 47, halfway the distance. 47 more laps to go here tonight. Aretha very proud of her son here tonight in the lead at Talladega, hoping he can keep it going here tonight. So we'll have to see what happens here as we continue. Kind of wait and see as they come across the start-finish line. It will be 1 to go, I believe. Elijah Fisher indicating very early he will be choosing the high line, it looks like. So Elijah Fisher choosing that outside line here tonight. On the inside of Elijah, that's going to be Matt Siders in the number 14 car. Behind them, Thomas Hernandez and Jason Williams. We will have to wait and see what happens here, folks, as they continue. Going down the back straightaway, nice and smooth here. So as we get ready to go back, green flag racing here. It's Fisher, Siders, your front row. Hernandez, Williams, your second row. It's time to see what happens as we will be going green flag racing officially on lap 49. To see what happens here, folks. Pace car making the hard left turn down pit road here. As we get ready to go green flag racing, side by side action, green flag in the air, we're underway here. Good launch out front for Elijah Fisher, but was it too much? We'll have to wait and see. Here, folks, Elijah Fisher holding that inside line, waiting to see who comes to his bumper. As here comes the inside line at full force. The inside line got better connection there as they're coming up to Elijah Fisher. Are they going to slow up for him? They are going to connect with Elijah Fisher there. So the 14 car of Siders going to connect with Elijah Fisher and push him along. But how long will they push him along for? As they're getting a little loose and squirrely on his bumper. The 40, that is the 77 of Thomas Hernandez getting out front, and Cade Cannon going with him. So now your leader, Thomas Hernandez, Cade Cannon, Elijah Fisher, your top three. Thomas Hernandez and Cade Cannon were able to side draft there for a little bit. And now Elijah Fisher jumping to the high side. Caution is out. Caution is out for Jeff Peppers, it looks like. Let's see what happened here. Jeff Peppers. Oh, wow. car gets unsettled, I think, there. Yeah, a car gets unsettled. Oh, yeah, car just gets unsettled, it looks like. Wheels are turned to the left and then back to the right. Keeps it straight and then just loses it down the grass. And unfortunately, oh, wow, into the wall, unfortunately. And yeah, unfortunate there. We did report that Jeff Peppers had an incident earlier where his breaker blew in his hotel room, causing his monitor to flicker. So unsure if that is the related cause of that incident. But unfortunately, Jeff Peppers hard in the inner safer barrier, and have to wait and see if they can make repairs on that car. So, Thomas Hernandez out front here in this one. Cade Cannon second. Elijah Fisher third. Matt Siders fourth. And fifth, going to be Jason Williams. Your biggest mover of the race now going to be the 16 car of Elijah Fisher in that third place position, up 25 spots from the start of this race. So big moves being made here by the 16 car. So we'll have to wait and see. Josie White in the 42 car, up 24 positions from the start of this race. So he's making big moves too. Have to wait and see how he does tonight. As we wait to see what happens here, folks. We'll see if anybody jumps to the pits. It looks like they are. Looks like Elijah Fisher is jumping to the pits there. So we'll have to wait and see what happens after that. So as we see here, folks, as we go into turn number 1, nice and smooth pace going on here. Multiple drivers in the pits here. We'll have to wait and see how they all come out. So far, though,